fill in on that conversation. We're gonna pull this sucker in here and try and get it about halfway in, so that way the two post isn't in the way. Once we get it in here, we're going to raise the front end up so that way we can get to the coilovers, and we're gonna drop the front end probably about inch, maybe an inch and a half. So that way the fitment's flush, and then we're gonna take that back end and then we're gonna raise it to make it flush as well. So that way it's not impractical, but it'll still look good whenever it's rolling around and parked. I like how it sits. I don't mind the tucked look, but it's just not very practical right now. So we'll probably tuck it whenever it has a wide body on it though, but that's for the future. So
going off of what he says, if you don't know what we're talking about and you haven't seen the other video, please go watch the other video where we traveled 500, 600 miles. It was like a 14-hour road trip. I think more than 14.
somewhere around that range. It's 14 to 16 because we didn't get home till 3 in the freaking morning.
Yeah, 3 o'clock in the morning. But Hunter picked up this 240SX. It's pretty clean, but she's a project. So there's a couple spots that we're going to have to fix to get this thing looking all bad and bougie. So
For sure.
the first thing is the fitment, because to get it loaded onto the trailer, if you watched the first video, you would have seen that we took the front end off, apart, blew it up, and then lowered the spindles on the suspension.
Yep.
Just so it could roll onto the trailer. Now, we need to lower it back down, and then this is honestly too low. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to raise that up a little bit, get it looking a little bit more flush, cleaner.
Yep.
Everything like that. And then maybe in the next video, we might do some body work, or maybe just installing a new bumper, a new deck lid. He's not too sure what he's going to do yet, but there is plans to make this rear end look a whole lot sexier. So I don't know if that's exactly the next thing right up, but
I mean, I would like for it to be the next thing up, but it really depends on what maintenance needs we might find while we're doing this. So I know it needs a valve cover, and that's going to be a future little thing. That's going to be a nice little feature. But we'll get that done. We'll show that in the next video, because that's not getting done today or probably in the next couple weeks. But next thing after we get this body the suspension figured out, and we kind of see what we got to work with, then it's getting the body stuff done, because I have a timeline. My goal is to have it bodywork wise done by June, or at least Father's Day weekend at the very latest. So because this thing has a car show to make it to, and we're gonna hopefully maybe win a prize or two off of it. So because I know there's no other 240s that go to this car show, so we'll see what happens.
you're clear.
Well, it's not really that. If you listen to it.
Is that the car that's not wanting to stay running?
She's sputtering as soon as I hit gas.
Huh. That's good. The lift, new lift, but it's not wired, so these can't just, you know, hit a switch and it goes to the ground. So those are currently kind of in the way. But we got one. Once we get it wired up, this will probably be the first thing on there. So we'll just barely lift this up enough to get the motor mounts off. Or unbolt the motor mounts and then lift up on the car. Let the motor go down. Swap out the motor mounts. Set the car back down on top of the motor. And then hook up the mounts. Maybe, possibly. Anyways, we're going to get this jacked up and start lowering it.
Yeah, here he is again. That's me. And there's you. And I dig all you cats out there whipping and wailing and jumping up and down and sucking up that fine juice and patting each other on the back and telling each other who the greatest cat in the world is.
I don't know how well this is in frame.
No, it's
Or not.
really well in frame, actually.
Can it see this?
Yeah, so it can see a little bit of the knuckle right there. We
Okay.
can probably move it. That's much better.
So, we got the shock, everything loose. All you did is disconnect this brake line, and then there's 2 bolts that hold this hub knuckle thing into the strut. So, you want to take that too?
Yeah, I'll take that.
So, we're just going to count every rotation until we go up about an inch, and then we'll do the same on that side, count the same amount of rotations, and then put it back together, lower the car down, and then we'll see where it sits from there. And then if we need to go more, we can, or if we need to go lower, we can. So it's kind of just playing the guessing game because we don't have any kind of specialty tools or anything where we can just push a button and be like, I need to go up this much. You know, I don't even know if those tools exist yet.
Yeah, I don't know either.
$1 million idea. So we're gonna get started on this and then put it all back together and then get it on the ground. So back to the time lapse. Alright, we got it all put back together and tight. We just got to button a few things up, like getting this bottom. Actually, I think that one's fine. I think you just said it was fine. But putting this little brake piece back on. What is this boy for? So he's gonna put the little retaining clip thing that holds the brake line in place, and then we'll put our hub centric ring back on here, G-Tech ring and spacer, and then put our wheel back on, and then lower the car. You wanna lower it?
You want me to drop it?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot faster than I was wanting it to be, but
I think much better.
I'd say it looks really clean. I like that fitment. Stiff as all get out though.
I mean, fully sagged out, that's what it'll look like.
That is so much better. I like that it's not tucked, and I like that it has enough travel that it looks like it's clean, but it's not going to sit here and scrape crap.
Yeah.
So, I like that.
10 turns on the other side. and then probably 5 turns up in the rear.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I like that. That looks good.
I'm invincible. Never die. Never die. I'm invincible. Never die. I'm invincible. Never die.
Alright, that's where we have the car sitting at now on this side. But if we go back to this side, now it's too low. I don't think we exactly had it square whenever we lifted it up to get it on the ramps. So I think what we'll do is we'll go 5 turns down on this side and hopefully even it out that 3/4 of an inch that it's offset.
I mean, 5 is half of what we did. We came down a lot in 10. So,
But we came down the same amount on that side on 10. I think that side was just higher because we didn't actually count from the bottom.
that's true, which we probably shouldn't have.
I'm invincible. Never die. Never die. I'm invincible. Never die. I'm invincible.
Alright. This is as close as we're going to get it for now. They're basically even. So now we're going to move on to the rears, which are tucked. And most people would be like, dude, that looks good. Leave them tucked. We live in Oklahoma. You cannot tuck. It will destroy your car. So, unfortunately, with the roads that we have around here, we're going to have to lift it up some. So, but it'll still look good. It'll just not be that. It'll be that. First time we've ever left paint marks from a car on there, but yeah, it's properly lowered in the front. Rear we need springs, but
We do.